Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be learning about the FTX scandal. There's lots of rumors circulating around and I want to see what's up here, and I thought I would share the experience with you. So I've got an article here from the National Review. I'll put the link in the description down below, titled, "Hey Democrats, give all the FTX scandal money back." Okay, let's see what this little caption says here. Sam Bankman-Fried, Chief Executive Officer of FTX Trading Limited, speaks during a House Committee on Financial Services full committee hearing on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. So a little under a year ago. The whiz kid at the center of the FTX collapse has been a big-time Democratic donor. Have you noticed that almost no media outlets have ever reported that most of the large financial scandals of the past 50 years have been major donors to Democrats and liberal causes / PACs? I guess I have noticed that. That was true of the savings and loan crisis and the Keating Five, four of whom were Democratic senators, and the fifth was the late John McCain. Bernie Madoff was a darling of the Democrats. And Fannie Mae bankruptcy involved its PAC and executives giving millions to mostly Democrats. I do seem to recall something about that. That's a long time ago. Fannie Mae, wasn't that 20 years ago or more? A partial exception was the 2001 collapse of Enron, whose executives gave about 2/3 of their money to Republicans. For much of the last 20 years, the media have instead obsessed over the dark money from the Koch brothers, who never violated the law or defrauded investors, while they ignored many of the real crooks and even celebrated them. This is a good article here, right? I do remember the Koch brothers. They got a lot of heat. Well, we have to remember the media is largely biased toward the left, right? What is it? 60? I thought it was 60% of the media, maybe more. It seems like more. I mean, if I had to guess, Fox is kind of the only, not the only, but the biggest, quote unquote conservative media outlet. But most of them, they're super liberal. All the morning shows, all the late night talk shows, The View, the list goes on and on. So it makes sense. So now we have Flim Flam man Sam Bankman-Fried, the 30-year-old billionaire whiz kid, CEO of crypto exchange FTX, which is currently under federal investigation, SBF, as his chummy Democratic friends affectionately called him, SBF, became the Democratic Party's second biggest donor this year. That's sketchy. He funneled tens of millions of dollars into Democratic coffers in order to help write crypto regulation bills to his liking, right? Because we know something's going on with crypto. And I don't know about you, but I'm super sketched out. I don't want Biden or the government doing anything with money. No, not at all. Especially a central bank digital currency, because I don't trust them. New York Magazine reports that Bankman-Fried had become a real power player among Democrats. Had things kept on going the way they were, Bankman-Fried could have been the face of softer regulation and the force that would keep a handful of crypto-friendly Democrats from regulating it like the rest of the financial industry. See, I don't think anyone's going to keep Democrats or the government from regulating anything, because I don't know how much Sam Bankman-Fried gave him total, but remember, the Democrats really work for the people who run the central banks, right? And the banking cartel. Like, those people have money for decades, for eons. Bankman-Fried is a small fish compared to the money and influence and pull those people have. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that would have delayed anything had he continued to make donations. SBF is unlikely to be making any future donations given that his fortune has evaporated amid allegations that he misused customer money and that his entire crypto empire may have been a vast Ponzi scheme. Dude, I'm so glad I never got into crypto. It just seemed so volatile and I never really understood it. I remember when it was uh like a year, what was it? A year ago it was not a year ago, a little over a year ago, it was like 72,000, and now it's down to like 17,000. So it's super, yeah, it's just a super sketchy ride. And I really hope and pray a lot of people didn't lose their you know what in it, because there were a lot of good people that got into crypto trying to ride that. It's speculation, trying to ride that and turn something into more. Can't blame him for trying, but gosh, be careful out there, my friends. According to the Center for Responsive Politics, SBF and two other FTX execs gave an estimated 57 million to Democratic candidates and groups and 22 million to Republican candidates and groups. Here are the entries that are known to have received here are the entities that are known to have received at least $1 million in political contributions from the top three FTX execs. Protect Our Future PAC, American Dream Federal Action. And oh, by the way, if you haven't seen Glenn Beck's interview with Whitney Webb, I think it's that interview. She talks a lot about the sketchy lobbyists and groups back there that have huge influence to our senators and our congressmen and our politicians and help write policy. It is scary what's going on in our country. It's almost like we've gone off the deep end, and I don't think the Americans are really even in charge, the American people, so to speak, like, you and I, boots on the ground. I think and it probably has been like this for a long time. Let's not be naive. I just think we're seeing it now, right? It's being brought to the surface where we can see the sketchy situation back there, right? So go watch that interview. It's phenomenal. Whitney Webb, Glenn Beck. It's episode 162 of his podcast. I just shared a post on my Instagram at gmarkphillips about it. It's phenomenal. I'll be sharing some clips, but seriously, make the time to go see that. I mean, if you love your country and you want to know what's up, go check it out. Future Forward USA. Oh, so they say, so next to it, it says what the party is: Democratic, House Majority PAC, Democratic. Let's see. What is that? 400,000? No, that's 4 million, right? 15 million. That's a chunk of change. Reproductive Freedom for All, 4 million. GMI PAC, Senate Majority PAC, Senate Leadership, Women Vote, American United, O'Rourke Beto. Beto. I don't know much about that guy, but he sure just gets a lot of flack. Mind the Gap. A complete list is available here, so you can go check that out if you want. I, for one, plan to keep track of which politicians and PACs give the money back so it can go to the victims of the FTX Ponzi scheme. Yeah, I don't know if any of them are going to be giving anything back. It doesn't seem like that's what they're about. Hopefully they would, though. So far, Bloomberg reports that only a handful have announced they will return the stolen money. Well, it's not surprising to me. Author Michael Lewis, who spent much of the last 6 months shadowing Sam Bankman-Fried, is already hawking the movie rights to a book on him. Let's hope the final credits feature a list of all the politicians in both parties who ever took FTX money and didn't return it. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. So that's what's been going down. See, we got to know this stuff. Hey, leave me a thumbs up if you like this video. I would love to have you as a subscriber. We're going to dive more into finding out what's happening in our country. I've got kind of a top secret special project coming up I can't wait to share with you. Yeah, subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on social media. I'm sharing a bunch of stuff over on my Instagram at gmarkphillips. Just, sharing knowledge and information. Knowledge is power. And Americans, we need more knowledge. I think we've been partaking of the bread and circuses far too much for far too long, and we need to stop that shit. Like, we need to focus on our country, or we might not have a country. That's the only reason I'm speaking out, right? I don't want to move to a foreign country because guess what? They don't want Americans over there. They want their culture. They want their history, right? We don't need to go crash in their party because we, imploded our country. Same thing happening in California and New York, right? Californians and New Yorkers are leaving because their states are imploding right before our eyes. We don't want that to happen as a nation, become expatriates that everyone hates in the whole world, right? So let's fix what we got going on here. Put partisan politics aside. I know I rag on Democrats. That's partially because they were the ones pushing the lockdowns and the mandates in over the last couple of years, and it really pissed me off. Like, come on, you got to be kidding me, right? That's not good for anyone. It's not good for our country. It's not good for families. It's not good for business. It's silly. And now we're finding out it was all based on bullshit. So that's like the cherry on the top of the cake. Let's destroy the country and then find out that everything was based on a lie. It was all lies. So yeah, I'm a little amped about it. Anyway, thank you for listening. Have an awesome evening, and I will talk to you later. Until next time, all the best, health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.